Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know I look crazy. It is your girl, Pastor Courage Molina of Bold Faith Community Church. We help women to build a personal relationship with Jesus through the Word of God, equipping them and empowering them to be ministers in the Word of God. Oh, okay. And this is our daily Bible reading, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Be sure to like this video if you like these videos. And be sure to share it if there is anybody in your life that you would like to start um, Bible reading accountability with. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now that today's reading, I know I already read it, but it's something. Oh, and I got my water right here. I got my water right here. I would have been ready, but we're training the dogs now, and the dog just it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident in my office. He didn't accidentally do it. It's Thor. He did it on purpose. Okay? This It's like rebellion. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like doggy rebellion. I can already feel like I'm about to have to start licking my lips like LL Cool J. So let me put my lip gloss on. You like my bright shirt? Thanks. All right. I'm coming to y'all clean face today. No makeup. It's okay though. It's okay. We don't have to put on makeup every day. I mean, I'm gonna put some on today, but um, but I didn't yet. All right, let's y'all like we did not come here for this. Let's get into it. Let me at least do this right so we're not looking totally crazy. Somebody new's like, is that what she does? She's doing her hair. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Listen, it's a good thing because I ain't got no makeup on today, friends. Mm-hmm. Just my little lip gloss is popping. That's it. The rest of me is regular. Hey, Taryn, look at y'all on here. Okay, let me get to it. So, Exodus chapter 25 from the NLT. The Lord said to Moses, tell the people of Israel to bring me their sacred offerings, accept the contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. I can stop right there. I'm not gonna. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is a no makeup, no, just clean face. I didn't even put my moisturizer on yet. Okay. All right. Now I feel like I look presentable for y'all. I'm so sorry, y'all. I came on here looking crazy. All right, I look presentable. I can stop right there. I'm not gonna because I want to get through it all. But the Lord said to Moses, tell the people of Israel to bring me their sacred offerings, accept the contribution from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. Their hearts are moved to offer them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not because somebody made them. It's because like our ability, even our ability to be generous, right? Even our ability to be generous and bring things into the house of God is based on our heart posture. Accept contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. Here is a list of sacred offerings you may accept from them. Boy, y'all be acting like the Lord ain't about some coins sometime. Gold, silver, and bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet thread, fine linen and goat hair for cloth, tanned ram skins and fine goat skin leather, acacia wood, olive oil for the lamps, spices for the anointing oil and the fragrant incense, onyx stones and other gemstones to be set in the ephod on the priest's chest piece. That's the priest outfit that he gonna put on. He gonna have a chest piece, a piece that goes on his chest. Um, have the people of Israel build me a holy sanctuary so I can live among them. You must build this tabernacle and its furnishings exactly according to the pattern I will show you. I'm not saying that this is about like materialism, but I just want you to understand that this is Old Testament. So God is going to occupy this temple, and he's telling them to bring all these things in. Y'all see this gold, silver, bronze, blue, purple, and scarlet. Those aren't just random colors. Those are colors that are rich, um luxury type of colors. He's talking about onyx and gemstones that are going to be set in the uniform, for lack of a better word, for the priest, right? The chest, what do you call it? The chest piece. There's going to be this thing that the priest is going to wear, and these gemstones are going to be set in it. And this is the place where the Lord is going to, dwell. Now we are in a new dispensation of time, and the Lord dwells in us, but we walking around looking like rags. I'm gonna keep it moving. 10. Have the people, said what I said. Have the people make an ark of acacia wood, a sacred chest. And it's not about the gold and the silver and the bronze. The value does not come from the gold, the silver, and the bronze. The thing that makes it amazing is that it's the place where God dwells, right? So there's just a slight difference. It's not, I'm going to put these things on so I can be worthy. I am worthy already. The Lord dwells on the inside of me. And I want it to look good. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? That's just I'm just saying. 10. Have the people make an ark of acacia wood, a sacred chest, 45 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it inside and outside with pure gold, and run a molding of gold all around it. Cast 4 gold rings and attach them to its 4 feet, 2 rings on each side. Make poles from acacia wood and overlay them with the gold. Insert the poles into the rings at the sides of the ark to carry it. These carrying poles must stay inside the rings, never remove them. When the ark is finished, place inside it the stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant, which I will give you. Then make the ark's cover, the place of atonement, from pure gold. It must be 45 inches long and 27 inches wide. Then make 2 cherubim from hammered gold and place them on the 2 ends of the atonement cover. Mold the cherubim on each end of the atonement cover, making it all one piece of gold. The cherubim will face each other and look down on the atonement cover with their wings spread above it. So it's like y'all like this vision of Cupid, uh little angel with these wings. This is what they're going to fashion to put at the top, and he's telling them how to position them so that they are looking down on the atonement cover, and their wings are spread out. He's giving them very specific instructions on what this is to look like, Ooh, I know I need to retype. I know. Um, what else? So good. So look, with their wings spread above it. Verse 21. Place inside the ark the stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant, which I will give to you. He's telling them they're going to make a space for something. You're making a place for something. Come on, Jesus, already so early in the morning. They're making a space, a special place for something that they don't have yet. You know what I'm saying? Um, they are making a place. I want you to create this space right here. What's going to go right there is something I'm going to give you, but you don't have yet. I wonder how many things God has told you to prepare, how many things God has told you to build. I wonder how many things God has told you to lay down the foundation for something he's going to give to you, but because you don't have it yet, you haven't started working on constructing that thing. I don't know if it's a community on Facebook. I don't know if it's a business. I don't know if it's a building. I don't know if it's a mindset, getting your mind ready for marriage. I don't know if it is getting your credit ready for purchasing a home. I don't know what it is, but there is something that God has told you to prepare for this thing that I'm going to give you, and you still don't have your system set up, because you don't know where the clients are going to come from. You still don't have your stuff set up because you don't know when or how you're going to serve people. You know that God has given you a ministry. He's telling you to set these things up, to go ahead and set it up for this thing that I'm going to give you. But because you don't have it yet, you are delaying on its construction. I wonder how many of you are doing that. because that's the second time he said, of the covenant which I will give you, then put the atonement cover on top of the ark. Verse 22, I will meet with you there and talk to you from above the atonement cover between the gold cherubim that hover over the ark of the covenant. From there, I will give you my commands for the people of Israel. Then make a table of acacia wood 36 inches long, 18 inches wide, and 27 inches high. Overlay it with pure gold and run a gold molding around the edge. Decorate it with a 3-inch border all around and run a gold molding along the border. Make 4 gold rings for the table and attach them at the 4 corners next to the 4 legs. Okay. Attach the rings near the border to hold the poles that are used to carry the table. Make these poles from acacia wood and overlay them with gold. Make special containers of pure gold for the table, bowls, ladles, pitchers, and jars to be used in pouring out liquid offerings. Place the bread of the presence on the table to remain before me at all times. You know how sometimes you're like waiting on the Lord to tell you how to do something? Be like, oh, I know the Lord wants me to do something. I know the Lord wants me to do this thing, to build this thing. I know the Lord has called me for a purpose, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't know if I should. Y'all, how many of y'all have the shoulds? I don't know if I should do it this way or if I should do it that way. If I should do it this way, I should do it that way. Here's the thing. It seems to me that when the Lord has specific instruction for the type of material, the color of material, what time, what place, how long, where, the fashioning of it, how it should be decorated, how it should come together, how it should be positioned, that He is a God that speaks in detail. That if He has details for you and you are listening, right, He is giving you those details. He's not just leaving it up to you. It also leads me to believe that if the Lord speaks in such great detail, I mean, He is telling them how long, what type of material, who to get the material from, what type of material to accept, what to do with that material, what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how we going to do it. He's given all these details. I don't think that the Lord doesn't speak in details anymore. I think He speaks in details when He has details that He wants you to follow. I think a lot of times He's spoken to you and given you the freedom to make a choice about things, but because He's not telling you exactly what to do, He's not giving you detail like this, you just waiting on Him. You just trying to, oh, I don't know what I should do, You should do what you feel led to do, because if God had something specific for you to do, He would be giving you instruction. What's the last thing He told you to do? There are so many instances throughout the word of God where He's telling them to do something, but He's not giving them this much detail. He told Moses, y'all are going to cross the Red Sea. He didn't tell them how until Moses came crying. He like, what you crying for? Just do what you've been doing. He told Joshua that they would cross the Jordan. He didn't tell them how He was going to do it. It wasn't until, they got there. It's like, oh, this is what the Lord said He's going to do. We're going to go across on dry land. So then they went and did that thing. You understand what I'm saying? He's not always telling them exactly how to do it. He's telling them what to do. I believe that if God has details for you, then He's giving you details. I don't know what kind of God you serve. I don't know what it is you heard about God or what you know about God, but I'm going to tell you this. He's not sitting somewhere betting on whether or not you get it right or wrong. He wants you to get it right. So if there are details that are pertinent to Him, believe me, He's giving them to you. He told you to go and make dinner, but you don't know if you should make chicken or if you should make steak. Do you know what? If He cares if it's chicken or steak, He'll tell you. And if He don't tell you if it's chicken or steak, if the only thing He told you was to make dinner, He's also then telling you to make a decision. Sometimes it's not about making a decision. It's just about being obedient. He's telling you exactly what to do. That's this. But because there are so many other instances where He is leading people to do something and He is not giving them these exact instructions so detailed, it leads me to believe that there are times where He's going to give you something detailed and then you don't have a decision to make. You just have work to do. And other times He's telling you what to do, but you have a decision to make on how you will do it, using the wisdom, the gifting, the preference, the personality, the will, and the way of God, the things that He knows that you have in you to make the best decision. Verse 31, make a lampstand of pure hammered gold. Make the entire lampstand and its decorations of one piece. The base, center stem, lamp cups, buds, and petals. Petals. Make it with 6 branches going out from the center stem, 3 on each side. Each of the 6 branches will have 3 lamp cups shaped like almond blossoms. I mean, like almond blossoms. That is very that is very specific. You know what I'm saying? That is very specific. No, Laverta, go ahead, put your thoughts in here, girl. That's very specific. I mean, that's not leaving it up to them to decide how to decorate it. It's not leaving it up to them to decide what material to use. It's not leaving it up to them to decide, okay, he said 6 branches. Well, we're going to do 2 up here and then 2 down here and then 2 over here. Or we're going to do all 6 on the same side. No, it's not up to them. He's not leaving it up to them to decide. He is telling them exactly what to do. Very clear-cut instructions. He's not leaving anything up to their interpretation or their preference or their liking. He don't care if they like it. If they like it, they ain't gotta like it. He didn't say, oh, you can use flowers, and then they could choose any flowers they want. No, he is the almond buds. I mean, he is saying exactly what kind. Verse 35. He said almond blossom. Verse 34, craft the center stem of the lampstand with 4 lamp cups shaped like almond blossoms, complete with buds and petals. Not orange blossoms, not olive leaves, not whatever other type of plants and flowers they had back then in that region. There will also, verse 35, there will also be an almond bud beneath each pair of branches where the 6 branches extend from the center stem. The almond buds and branches must all be of one piece with the center stem, and they must be hammered from pure gold. Then make the 7 lamps for the lampstand and set them so they reflect their light forward. The lamp snuffers and trays must also be made of pure gold. You will need 75 pounds of pure gold for the lampstand and its accessories. Be sure that you make everything according to the pattern I have shown you here on the mountain. He is giving them a pattern, a model. He's telling them exactly what to do. Color, size, shape, formation, material. Chapter 26, make the tabernacle from 10 curtains of finely woven linen. Decorate the curtains with blue, purple, and scarlet thread and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. I like that word, skillfully. Verse 2, these 10 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 42 feet long and 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain. Then join the other 5 into a second long curtain. Put loops of blue yarn along the edge of the last curtain in each set. The 50 loops along the edge of one curtain are to match the 50 loops along the edge of the other curtain. Then make 50 gold clasps and fasten the long curtains together with the clasp. In this way, the tabernacle will be made of one continuous piece. Make 11 curtains of goat hair cloth to serve as a tent covering for the tabernacle. These 11 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 45 feet long and 6 feet wide. Do you know how, like, 45 feet long? That is really, really long. I think my curtains go from ceiling to the floor. I mean, I don't have vaulted ceilings. From ceiling, my curtains are not just at like my door. We're gonna go there today, y'all. Because I really want y'all to get this. Can y'all see my curtains over there? From the ceiling to the floor, right? From the ceiling to the floor. I think they're only about 9 feet. I think they only like 9 feet. I think they might not even be that long. I might have made that number up, but I know what it ain't. It ain't 45 feet. You feel me? It's not 45 feet. That's so long. And 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together. That's gonna make it 30 feet wide from, you know what I'm saying, from left to right. to make one long curtain and join the other 6 into a second long curtain. Allow 3 feet of material from the second set of curtains to hang over the front of the sacred tent. Make 50 loops for one edge of each large curtain. Then make 50 bronze clasps and fasten the loops of the long curtains with the clasp. And this way, the tent covering will be made of one continuous piece. The remaining 30 feet of this tent covering will be left to hang over the back of the tabernacle. Allow 18 inches of remaining material to hang down over each side so the tabernacle is completely covered. Complete the tent covering with a protective layer of tanned ram skins and a layer of fine goat skin leather. He's thought of all the things, right, to protect it. For the framework of the tabernacle, construct frames of acacia wood. Each frame must be 15 feet high and 27 inches wide, with 2 pegs under each frame. Make all the frames identical. Make 20 of these frames to support the curtains on the south side of the tabernacle. Also, make 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame with the pegs fitting securely into the bases. For the north side of the tabernacle, make another 20 frames with their 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame. Make 6 frames for the rear, the west side of the tabernacle, along with 2 additional frames to reinforce the rear corners of the tabernacle. These corner frames will be matched at the bottom and firmly attached at the top with a single ring, forming a single corner unit. Make both of these corners units the same way. I was just thinking it's not surprising that Jesus was a carpenter because his daddy was a carpenter. Y'all hear the Lord with these measurements, these instructions. I mean, this it doesn't sound like we're talking about a blueprint here. These aren't just instructions. We are talking about a blueprint. We are talking about architecture. Okay? That's what we're talking about. We're talking about architecture right now. How to do it, which way. And you trying to tell me there is something that the Lord wants you to do in a very specific way, and he hasn't given you the blueprint? That's not true. He did. If he wanted you to have the exact blueprint, he wanted you to do it exactly this way, then he would have told you. For some of you, he just wants you to make a decision. He knows what he wants, and he can communicate clearly exactly how he wants it. This is an exact blueprint. He's not asking for their insight, and it makes sense because this is what he's going to say, right? He's not asking for their insight. Just like so detailed. We are talking about architecture here. Blueprint. West side, on the north side, on the back side. It's going to be structurally sound. He's talking about protecting it. He's considered the elements. He has considered all the things that they might not have considered. I wonder if you considered that the reason God hasn't given you such great detail because he has already placed a blueprint on inside of you, right? I wonder. Oh, that's good. That just came from the Holy Spirit. I wonder if God is not giving you these details like this, right? Because y'all want the details like this. I want the details like this. I wonder, come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, that's good. I wonder if he has not given you the details because the blueprint is already on the inside of you. You're the blueprint. He created you this way. He gave you a mind. He gave you skills and gifting. And he's given you this assignment because you're the blueprint. If left to her own devices, if given the freedom to do it the way she wants, it is going to be exactly the way I want because I have created her to create this thing, because I have chosen her, because I know the blueprint that is set down on the inside of her. When you get ready to choose an architect, one of my favorite builders is Grandfather Homes. They're a true custom build. There are some like they're like Lennar Homes and all these other places, all these other home builders. And you know, they say custom build, but they really mean like custom build, but there's only it's only going to be a couple things that you can choose. You can choose, I want this front, I want this facade, and I want this type of roof, and I want these type of windows, and I want my kitchen like this. They have like this all these templates, and you can custom build it in the sense that you can pick what you want from what they have. So it's custom to you. You don't have to take what they give you. You can pick it. Grandfather homes, they also have that as an option, but they also have what is considered a true custom build, which means you can do what God is doing right here. You can sit down and you can tell them what you have in your mind, the vision that you have for your home, what all of it will look like. They will hook you up with somebody who's going to create the blueprint for your home. You're going to you're going to make all these decisions, right? That's how that works. But if you think, oh, I know what I want my home to look like, and I want the home to look like that, then what do? You choose the builder based on the blueprint they already have. Because I don't need to tell you exactly this, that, or the other, because you are the builder to build this home, and the blueprint is already in you. It's already a part of their makeup. It's already what they do. This is what they do. They do is this. There's a place that builds these log homes somewhere up 95. There's this company that builds these logs. That's all they do. That's the only way they do it. So if I want that built, then I'm going to pick that builder because the blueprint is already in them. There's nothing else for me to say. There's no new instruction for me to give. There's no new insight for me to give. There's no new nothing. Why? Because I chose a builder who's already got the blueprint of what I want to see on my land. The Lord is doing the same thing with you. You have been chosen, and He's not telling you all the details for this custom build because He has already placed down on the inside of you the blueprint for what He wants to see out in this world. You've been chosen for that. I don't even know where I left off. Oh, this is why I can't be stopping in the middle. Let me see. West side. Lay the frames. Set up this tabernacle according to the pattern you were shown on the mountain. 30. Set up this tabernacle. Verse 30. Set up this tabernacle according to the pattern you were shown on the mountain. For the inside of the tabernacle, make a special curtain of finely woven linen, decorated with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. I've read that. Hang this curtain on gold hooks attached to 4 posts of acacia wood. Overlay the posts with gold and set them in 4 silver bases. Hang the inner curtain from the clasp and put the Ark of the Covenant in the room behind it. This curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Then put the Ark's cover, the place of atonement, on top of the Ark of the Covenant inside the most holy place. Place the table outside the inner curtain on the north side of the tabernacle, and place the lampstand across the room on the south side. Make another curtain for the entrance to the sacred tent. Make it of finely woven linen and embroidered it with exquisite. I ain't got time. Make it of finely woven linen and embroider it with exquisite designs using blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Craft 5 posts from acacia wood, overlay them with gold, and hang the curtain from them with gold hooks. Cast 5 bronze bases for the posts. And then I'm going to get on to chapter 27. Listen. Well, Roberta, I'm glad that's what we're here for. That is what Bold Faith Community Church is all about. That is, in fact, Pastor Courage Molina's specialty, helping you to fall in love with the word, helping you to see the word in a way you never have before, so that you want to get in it all the time. You're like, this is actually really interesting. This is actually really good. Even the boring parts are good, right? Like, you thought this was boring, but this is actually good. I want to say this too. I'm on chapter 2. I know I need to start chapter 27 because I'm at 29 minutes. Listen, he said, skillfully embroidered, skillfully embroidered. And he says, with exquisite designs using blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Those colors are like really big deals, okay? Like they're not like cheap colors. You take a lot of dye to get them colors, take a lot of processing, that's high level. So I just want to make sure that I don't I don't want to give you the wrong impression, but I want to give you the right impression. What's really going to make this tabernacle, what the value of it? The value of it is going to be with what is on the inside, and that's going to be God, right? The presence of God is going to be, he's going to dwell on the inside of the tabernacle. So even if it were a brown paper bag, it would be highly valued and impactful because it is, in fact, the presence of God. I don't want you to miss this. The value comes from the inside. And he chose the best still for the outside. Would it be the presence of God without the gold? Would it be the presence of God without that type of exquisite and skillful craftsmanship? Would the power of God be diminished? I think we just do this one or the other kind of attitude. We just kind of do this one or the other. Like, if I'm a woman who values what's on the inside of me, then I don't have to look good. And that is true, because what is valuable about you is the Spirit of God that lives on the inside of you. The power and the anointing that you have on your life is not based on what your hair looks like, what your outfit looks like, what you're wearing, how good your skin look. It's not based on that 100%. And what happens is, we sometimes, this is what I'm talking about. The enemy doesn't create anything, he perverts it. And so there's this perversion around looking good and being well dressed, right? There is this, and having high quality items on your person, in your home, driving a high quality car, right? There is this perversion. The perversion is that the true value is in the symbols of these luxury things. The true value and the true value of a woman is based on what she looks like, what she smells like, how her hair is done, her makeup. That is what the enemy would want you to believe, that that's where the true value of a woman is, and how she looks and how she dresses and her shoes, even in a man, right? Like, that's where the true value is. That's a perversion. The truth is, your true value lies on what's on the inside of you. You understand what I'm saying? It is the presence of God. The enemy also brings us to a place, though, where perversion, where we are like, oh, if all that matters is what's on the inside, so it don't matter if I go out looking like a rag. That is not following the example of our Lord and Savior. That is not following the example of God. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that might be true. What's on the inside of me is what is most valued. God didn't need all of this. So why do it? Right? Like, the Lord's power isn't diminished because, he just used whatever kind of tabernacle without all this extra stuff. No, but I mean, this is where the presence of God is going to dwell. Let's dress it in the best that we got. This is where the presence of God is going to dwell. Let's use the best that is available to us. Let's get highly skilled individuals to, embroider on this. Let's use highly skilled individuals to bring these things up. Let's use exquisite designs, not this mammy-made stuff. I don't know who need to stop. I don't know who need to step up their game. I don't know who. I don't want you to get confused and be like, oh, she was talking today and she was basically saying that the Lord wants you to look good. No, the Lord wants you to be good, right? The Lord wants you to be filled with his presence. I wonder, what is it that this is saying, though? That's what all I'm saying. I'm the type of person, I wonder why. Why do all of this? The presence of God is going to be there. The power of God is going to be there. Why does it require all of this? It doesn't. But I want you to use the best that you have available. Maybe the best that you have available is Walmart. Maybe the best that you have available is Target. Maybe the best that you have available to you, that you have access to, is, Marc Jacobs. Maybe the best that you have is Gucci. Maybe the best that you have is like whatever. I don't know what it is, but it is like, is this the best I can do with what I have? Am I choosing things that are exquisite to drape the temple of God? I'm just saying. I ain't gonna talk about the trash you putting in your body. I ain't gonna talk about that. Chapter 27. Using acai wood, construct a square altar 7.5 feet wide, 7.5 feet long, and 4.5 feet high. Make horns for each of its four corners so that the horns and altars are all one piece. And I don't want you to think he's giving them instruction because they don't know how to build things. They have skill. They were building bricks, making bricks, and doing things like that. They were skilled in Egypt. So it's not like he couldn't have told them, well, make me a place to stay. Make me some type of tabernacle. He's not telling them this because they don't know geometry, because they are not skilled builders. That is not why he's giving them these details. He's giving them these details because he has a vision for how he wants it to look, and he does not want to leave that decision to them. So he is telling them exactly how to do it. He would have to tell me exactly how to do it because I don't have that skill. When I open an IKEA thing, I need to look at every single step. Okay. I need you to tell me which one, which side, which two letters go together, because just telling me to put it together, that is not going to work. Right? That is not going to work. It's not going to work. Not for me. These are skilled people. My husband's going to pull out an IKEA thing. He's just going to look at it and see what it's supposed to look like. And then he can put that thing together. He can put that thing together. Okay. But if you want something to look a specific way, even though he has the skills, you are going to have to describe it to him. You're going to have to give him the measurements if you want a custom build. But if you tell him, oh, I just need a shoe shelf, he's going to ask you about how many shoe shelves. He's going to come and look at the closet space that you need. And then he's just going to build it based on the vision that he has, because he's skilled to do it. These are skilled people. They know how to build things. Are you following me? He's telling them this specific. He's giving them these specifics because he wants them to build it a certain way. It's not up to them. This is a custom build. Chapter 27, verse 2. Make horns for each of its four corners so that the horns and altars are all one piece. Overlay the altar with bronze. Make ash buckets. Preparation, because I know this is the place where y'all gonna be burning stuff, and so there's gonna be ashes. Make ash buckets, shovels, basins, meat forks. I know y'all gonna need some meat forks because this right here is project management, baby. Meat forks and fire pans, all of bronze. Oh, that's for me. Oh, that was for me. Sometimes people can't get done the work that you need them to get done because you didn't give them specifics. Leaders, I don't know how many leaders are out there. How many of you have people reporting to you, people that you are delegating things to? I don't know how many people are out there. You're asking people for help. You want somebody to help you finish a project or whatever, and you get frustrated because the way they're doing it is not the way you imagined it, or they're not doing it the way that you want, or they're not progressing. But sometimes as leaders, the problem is not that the people we've been called to lead or the team that we have isn't willing or able to do the thing. It's because our vision wasn't clear. We didn't do a great job of project management. We didn't tell them exactly the time, the place, the location. We didn't tell them the brand that we wanted, the sizes that we wanted, all of these things. We didn't tell them the colors that we wanted, where we wanted them to get the materials from. We just assumed that they would get what we wanted, that like they could read our mind. But sometimes your project didn't turn out well, not because of your team, but because of your lack of leadership and your inability to communicate the vision. Oh, that's for me. Dang. Ouch. And you're reading to folks, and the Lord is getting you together. Then make 2 cherubim from hammered gold and place them on the 2 ends of the atonement cover. Mold the cherubim on each side of the atonement cover, making it all of one piece of gold. The cherubim will face each other and look down on the atonement cover. With their wings spread above it, they will protect it. Place inside the ark the stone tablets inscribed with the terms of the covenant, which I will give you. I ain't give it to you yet. Then put the atonement cover on top of the ark. I will meet you there and talk to you from above the atonement cover between the gold cherubim. Oh, I read this part. Come on now. Why y'all let me read that again? I'm about to read 26 all over. I'm reading 25. I'm reading 25 all over again. I was like, that seems repetitious. Okay, I'm in verse. I turned the page back. Verse 4. God bless. So I'm in chapter 27, verse 4. Okay. I was in chapter 25. That's where I was. I was in chapter 25, chat. Because I came back over here to see what is this first part of this sentence. I'm in chapter 27, verse 4. Make a bronze grating for it and attach 4 bronze rings as its 4 corners. Install the grating halfway down the side of the altar under the ledge. For carrying the altar, make poles from I've been saying it the whole time. Make poles from acacia wood, and overlay them with bronze. Insert the poles through the rings on the 2 sides of the altar. The altar must be hollow, made from planks. Build it just as you were shown on the mountain. Verse 9. Then make the courtyard for the tabernacle, enclosed with curtains made of finely woven linen. On the south side, make the curtains 150 feet long. They will be held up by 20 posts set securely in 20 bronze bases. Hang the curtains with silver hooks and rings. Make the curtains the same on the north side. This right here is pipe and drape. First, pipe and drape you ever seen right here. 150 curtains held up by 20 posts set securely in bronze bases. Hang the curtains with silver hooks and rings. The curtains on the west end of the courtyard will be 75 feet long, supported by 10 posts set into 10 bases. The east end of the courtyard, the front, will also be 75 feet long. The courtyard entrance will be on the east end, flanked by 2 curtains. The curtain on the right side will be 22 and a half feet long, supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. The curtain on the left side will also be 22 and a half feet long, supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. Verse 16, for the entrance to the courtyard, make a curtain that is 30 feet long. Make it from finely woven linen and decorate it with beautiful embroidery in blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Support it with 4 posts, each securely set in its own base. All the posts around the courtyard must have silver rings and hooks and bronze bases. So the entire courtyard will be 150 feet long and 75 feet wide, with curtain walls 7.5 feet high, made from finely woven linen. The bases for the posts will be made of bronze. All the articles used in the rituals of the tabernacle, including all tent pegs used to support the tabernacle and courtyard curtains, must be made of bronze. Verse 20, command the people of Israel to bring you pure oil of pressed olives for the light, to keep the lamps burning continually. The lampstand will stand in the tabernacle in front of the inner curtain that shields the ark of the covenant. Aaron and his sons must keep the lamps burning in the Lord's presence all night. This is a permanent law for the people of Israel, and it must be observed from generation to generation. Amen. Listen. In chapter 25, verse 3, no, in chapter 25, verse 2, he says, tell the people of Israel to bring me their sacred offerings, accept the contributions from all whose hearts are moved to offer them. So in this sense, I want everybody who has the heart to give, I want them to give. That's who I want to give. If you have a heart to give, if your heart has been moved to give these things, then we want you to give these things. Then he gets over here to chapter 27, verse 20, and he says, command the people of Israel to bring you pure oil of pressed olives for the light, to keep the lamps burning continually. Whether their heart has been moved to do so or not, whether they want to do it or they don't want to do it, whether they feel like they can do it or they not really sure, whether they believe that I'm gonna be there or not. It's none of that. He don't care what they think, what they believe. Command them to do this, right? There's a time and a place. Sometimes the giving needs to be from your generosity. It needs to be like, if you have the heart to give, the Lord loves a cheerful giver, then give cheerfully. Give what the Lord has placed on your heart to give. But when it comes to giving the first fruit, give the first fruit, whether you feel like giving it or not. You see the difference? Everything ain't about whether or not your heart's been. Sometimes it's let those who have a heart to contribute to this, let them contribute. Then on this side, I don't care what their heart want. I don't care how they feel in their heart. Tell them I said to bring the oil. Y'all can come if y'all want to. If y'all don't want to come, y'all ain't got to come. I don't care if y'all want to come or not. Y'all better be here. Do you see what I'm saying? It ain't always the same. And so there are instances, tithing, it's not about how you feel. Forgiveness, it's not about how you feel. It's a command. Feel it or don't feel it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not all I don't feel like studying. It's not about how you feel. Open that book and get in the word. I don't it's not always about sometimes it's we can see sometimes let those who have the heart to do it, whose heart are moved to offer them, let those ones come and give. He already knows that's going to be enough. Why? Because those who have a heart to give, those who have enough to give or whatever, those are going to be the people whose hearts he's moved. Who do you think moved those hearts? So it's going to be enough. It ain't going to not be enough. It's going to be enough. You know what I'm saying? All right. I pray this bless you. I know we went over. I'm so sorry. It was just really good. It's so good today. As always, be sure to take time to go back and choose a verse. If you don't have like a directed study that you're doing, if you're not studying anything, if you're studying something, study that. But if you're not studying anything, you've just been with us reading the Bible, I want to encourage you to get some studying in, choose a verse, do some verse mapping, and use the bowl method. You can get a free bowl method from my personal website, couragemolina.org. Just go to that page and you can get a free bowl method journal. It's enough for you to do about 5 verses so you can test it out. And if you are ready to just commit to, I'm going to study, 1 verse a day for the next 30 days, you can go to boldfaithchurch.org, shop, and get the bowl method journal today. All right. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow at 7 a.m. for a daily Bible reading. Bring your friend with you tomorrow. Okay. Bring a friend. Be like, hey, friend, I would love for you to come. Invite a friend. Invite them at 6:45. As soon as you see they on Instagram, be like, oh, you on Instagram? Come on over here to YouTube then. You know what I'm saying? All right. I love you. Love you too, Roberta. I love y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Later.